Okay, so one bag filled up 2 things almost all the way. I only had to use a little bit, you saw, out of that second bag, and I'm not filling it all the way to the top. I don't think that's necessary. So let me grab the plants and we'll start planting. I think that one gets a little more sun than this one does. I think marigolds, you know what, I'm gonna put a little bit of each in each. All right, let me show you what I've got. I'm not gonna be able to make the beds equal because I didn't buy 2 of each. So this guy right here has some very interesting foliage. Very pretty, I've never seen it before. Well, it's lavender, it's French lavender. I don't know if you can use it the exact same way that you use regular lavender or not, but I thought the leaves are really pretty. So I picked up that guy, and it smells good. This guy is peppermint. I have bee balm over by the garden shed. I've tried to grow peppermint, I'm not very good at it. This guy's very leggy and long, so I think I should be able to take pieces off this guy and put them in the other one. Peppermint is useful for a lot of things. It's also known as a garden bully, because once it gets established, it will take over an entire bed. Though I've never had that issue because I can't get it to grow. This is sage. It's pineapple sage, and I don't know if you can use it for culinary purposes or not. It has a great smell. It also puts off these really pretty little flowers. So we got that one. And then I went ahead and picked up some oregano. I do enjoy cooking with oregano. They had several types of sages, mints, lavenders. This is, I guess, the closest to what I would call regular oregano. It's Greek. They had Italian. They had all kinds of different types, but I just went with the one that smelled most like what I'm used to. Then we got some flowers here. It's called salvia, and I've always wondered about this plant and what it's like. So it puts off this really, really pretty purpley blue flower up top, and it looks like it's branching off. I don't know exactly what the uses for this would be yet anyway. Oh, that's a really pretty picture right there. But it was very pretty, and turns out I really like spike flowers. You know, I learned that term working in the floral industry. So here is another one, also a very beautiful purple color. Again, this is the one I don't know what it's called. These came in different shades of purples, pinks, and white. Almost a bluish color, lighter than this one. So I should have grabbed some more, but I just went with the 2 purples here that you see. And then of course we have the marigolds that I got last time. A couple different types here. This is the only one that's doing well for me. It's a big type. And then I've got this one that was really pretty when I first bought it. Not doing so well now. Same for this one. This one was a really pretty red color, and since I've gotten it, it's just, well, it looks rough. But we're gonna plant these guys. All right, so here's what I would like to do. I would like to have a spike flower in the background. I'm trying to design here for you guys. I'll have to move the camera to show you. I want a spike flower in the back or back corner, I'm not sure yet, on each of the pots for the tallness, and then we'll work our way down in terms of size. And then I was thinking maybe I could separate out some of the pineapple sage, but it does look like it's all one plant, so we'll see once I pull it out of the pot what that looks like. And I'm going to try to make the beds as similar as possible. I like balance and, you know, things being symmetrical. So, all right, let's get started. think this pineapple sage is what my mom has growing kind of wild, or she did. I don't know if her chickens have taken it out. Around her yard it was popping up everywhere. However, I don't remember it smelling like this. This actually has a very pineapple-y kind of smell, but the picture does look, I think, like the plant that she had. Wait, this says salvia as well. That's salvia. Hopefully that's not too close. I think I'm going to spread them out a little bit. I feel like that's a little too close. I'll probably end up bringing some basil and other stuff over here anyway. We can fill up those gaps in there. If there are any gaps, I don't think they will be. If everything grows right. Alright. I guess that's probably enough for that bed. I gotta remember that things are gonna grow. Where shall I put this guy? Will it be tall? It's probably gonna be tall. Such a pretty leaf, this little beast. Put it like that, that way it can start spilling over if it wants to. Hi, chickie babies. Okay. There's that one. And I've still got oregano. So I think I'm going to change something. I think I'm going to pull this marigold out right here and put the oregano in its spot. So I need my pot bag. Oops. Lovely. Okay, so once it starts filling out, I think it'll look really pretty. Spike flower in the back, tall flowers in the back, short ones in the front. We'll see how it goes. This one, they look so empty. I just want to stuff them full of stuff, but gotta give them a chance to get established. I'm gonna go take a break because it's hot. Morning, guys. It's the next day. I've got about an hour before I have to leave for church, so I thought I would try to start some of these seeds I got yesterday. So I've got the chamomile, the borage, and the nasturtium. And I've got all these pots from planting up those yesterday. So I'm going to fill these up and put some seeds in here. Okay, so we got nasturtium here. You can barely see them. Not nasturtium, I'm sorry, chamomile. And then we've got the borage here. I'm going to cover them up, water them in, but I've got to take these to the other side of the yard where the water is. Got these two planted up. I didn't start the nasturtium because it said it doesn't transplant well, so I'm not going to start it in here. Maybe I'll put some in that big bin. I've still got this blue bin to plant. Guess we'll have to figure that out. Nasturtium seeds are pretty big. I think I'm going to put one in between here. One right here in this space, and here in this space. Oh, I planted marigold seeds there, but I don't know if they're gonna come up or not. See if those come up, and then maybe we'll sprinkle some chamomile in here. I'm overfilling the bed again. Alright, I sprinkled chamomile seeds on the ground. I'm not even going to cover them in between the pepper plants, and then kind of off to the side a little here. And then I'm gonna put some borage. I'm gonna put these 3 borage seeds in one hole. I can't get around to the other side because there's 2 spider webs blocking my path. I'm put these 3 seeds in a hole right over here. We'll see if those come up. Okay, that's done. I still need to plant up the rest of those marigolds somewhere. Still need to do this blue bin. I may have enough soil for it. Not sure. Get all this. I don't know what happened here. I pulled all these guys out of that peat container, and they looked fine till I moved them over here. Look at all these pepper seeds now. Plant these guys up. I really didn't expect all those to germinate. So this whole little thing, of course they'll have to be, you know, transplanted out of here. They can't grow in here, but that's a lot of sprouts, and I still have a whole clump right there. So I'm going to cover these with soil, water them in. That's exciting. These guys, I just placed the whole paper towel on top of the soil. I'll cover that, and that should be good. And there we go. So earlier I told you guys I would tell you why I am going into like wanting to do all the herbs and things. I found an article, and I'll link it down below in the description, about how to use herbs with chickens and what they're good for. And they have a lot of really good health benefits for them. You know, antibacterial, antioxidants, supports immune health, it supports egg production and heart health, and some of them repel certain pests that bother chickens. Just all kinds of good stuff. So I was reading through the list of each type of herb and flowers and what they can do and how to use them and all of that, like putting basil or peppermint in nesting boxes helps with things, you know. So I'm going to link that down below. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what everything does and what it's good for, but I did want to let you guys know, if you have chickens in a garden, or, you know, just it's good stuff. So that's the reason why I am ramping up my herb garden. I'm turning most of my garden is going to be herbs this year, I think. I mean, I do have like my peppers going, and I've got some squash, some tomatoes. You know, I've got some things going, but I never really have a whole lot of success for that. With that, I've had some success with herbs, so I've decided to just, you know, go all in, and my chickens will benefit from it. So it's a win-win. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've got to get ready for church. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye guys.